Hello my lovely little students. Welcome back to our total domination campaign on War on the Sea as the US Naval Forces coming straight in from where we left off. We are retreating from Guadalcanal area where we have invaded the Florida Islands and Malta and the second neutral islands as well, which is brilliant stuff. We now control everything around Guadalcanal other than Guadalcanal itself, which I think will probably be the goal of today's video, so long as nothing gets in our way. I've got a very bad feeling that something's out there waiting to strike us. We do have that Yamato task force, of course, still lurking out there. I've got a bad feeling we're going to see that today when we least expect it. But first, before we get into that, I have a question to pose to all of you. Of course, we're using the Operation Magazine mod on top of Tokyo Express, and the Operation Magazine mod comes with a whole host of new ships and planes. However, we do not currently have access to all of those because they are time-locked behind historical times or unavailable because they've been sunk in previous historical events. However, what we could do is turn that lock off. I need to pose a question to you. Do we turn that lock off? Do you want to see both myself and the IGN start using these ships and planes? A list of which should appear on your screen now. If not, I will put a list in the description below for you to peruse at your own pleasure. So, with that being said, let's get into the strategic map and see what we want to do today. Alrighty then, so like we said, we do have Malta and the Russell Islands. The name escaped me previously of what this was particularly called. So like you say, we do have the islands surrounding Guadalcanal other than Guadalcanal itself, which is brilliant. We're now moving as well to upgrade Milne Bay. However, looking at that, really get the feeling we're due an invasion there at some point. The Japanese do like to send something around there fairly early, so maybe we could send troops and supplies rather than, you know, engineering and fuel over there for the minute. But that means we should at least try and be more active with our scouting around here. So what we're going to do is launch some bow fighters to start with, and they can come and just scout, make sure nothing is coming around. They can go on a recurring patrol over there. We can get some lightnings out, I think, with sat bombs to begin with as well, and they can do the usual scouting to bolster that. Take a look for cargo ships and anything coming around there. We'll send those out individually as and when we feel like it. Otherwise, I think we're doing okay. Should probably send out some sort of aircraft from the Pensacola at least, so we can secure our retreats, just to make sure we have vision, make sure we're not running into any enemy traps there, and that can go on a recurring patrol as well. Going to check our flank as well with another aircraft, like so. And that can once again make sure we are safe on the retreat. Going to once again make that a recurring patrol just in those two directions for now. I think we'll be just fine. We're on a fair amount of command points. The amount we're bringing in right now is 77 command points per week, and we will see that in just 4 days time, which is excellent for us. We do of course have access to the float planes on the Florida Islands, and we do have a level 1 airfield on Malta as well, which does give us access to Lightnings, Havocs and Catalinas, which is very juicy indeed. So let's carry on and see if we get intercepted on our way back to the New Hebrides. And who would have guessed that, you know, of course we have been intercepted on our way back home. What have we got here today then? Tis starting with some Donryus. These 8 Hellcats we have here are all that we have remaining on our Bogue over here. So we are going to have to try and take some good care of them, like so. We are bringing in some lightnings as well from Eliza, because we do of course have access to that now. Going to break off with Atlanta here and just try and turn around as well as with the Bogue here, just because I imagine they're going to go for Bogue. Yeah, it's looking like it. I'm really hoping our Hellcats get there in time. Looks like they should do here. Can we get one pass? That's the question. The juicy dreamed of one pass there. There's one, there's two, and that... So that should be it. We did lose a Hellcat though. We did lose a Hellcat, and that is rather horrible indeed. Not liking that at Ooh, actually, one Hellcat for the Domarus there. It's not the trade deal I was looking for there. This has been the worst trade deal. There were 11 more. Oh, okay, there were 11 total aircraft here. We can see that they're coming in over here, so very likely we're getting some Mavises and such in. So we'll probably see that in just a second. And yep, just before they actually start an engagement with us, we did decide to check to see if there was anything else about as our lightnings came to help us. And yep, you can see on the map there's certainly something threatening us here. What do we have then? Some Mavises here, 3 more there, so 5 of those. We've got some Emilys in, and on the strategic map they looked a lot further away. I was not expecting them to be here right now. That's rather horrible actually for us. We do have some Nels as well, of course. We have some more Mavises. Oh, we do have some scouting Jakes, of course. So, I'm going to go for really... I'll send the Lightnings at the Emilys, I think, and the Hellcats at basically everything else. So let's do that very quickly, shall we? Let's go in one at a time on these Mavises. Shouldn't be too worried about them, at least in the air engagement. If they do get close to us, I'll be worried about that. Do want, like I said, to send a lot at these Emilys here actually, so we'll just send whatever Hellcats and such we have, maybe a Lightning or 2. Do have to worry about the Nels as well, but they are going to be diving, so I'll send 1 Lightning at them as well, and we get a Lightning or 2 on these Nels over here. Have turned off fire at will, so we should be okay for orders. We're going to turn around our fleet. We're going to turn them away to begin with. We'll just go up to 20 knots because I believe the Bogue can travel to a max of 18, I think. So we'll be outrunning that a tad. Just double check. Yeah, 18 is the max speed there, unfortunately. We would like to go a tad faster for my liking. Speaking of going faster, let's compress time very briefly. Do have some Hellcats coming in on these Emilys here. Let's get some early shots off. Do have a greater range than what the AI lets you think. They do, like you see, have some armor there, but we are downing 1 or 2 here. Excellent. Not changing our orders either, so that's great. Just going to make sure these Hellcats stay over there. Going to get this Lightning actually to help over here with the Nels, I believe these are. And that's great stuff. It does look like... No, that's okay. That's just because he's knocked off a plane there. That's why he's changed his orders. That's perfectly acceptable there. Just going to double check. We do still have people going over. Yeah, that's okay. Let's watch these Emilys then. Let's try and reduce this guy's speed so he can get a better turn and more time on target. It's not letting me manual fire there, which is unfortunate. These Emilys are getting rather close. There's only 1 left now, and they are, of course, in the range of our flak. And with that Atlanta there, that should be fine. Come on. Oh, I just can't keep on the tail there. Is that going to guess it? It is indeed. So let's retrace our orders here. Lightning, there's 1 nail left over here. Let's bring a Hellcats down to help with that. We do have 2 Lightnings here though, but they're not quite on the tail there. Do have some Hellcats turning over here. I'm just going to change this guy's orders so he can just get on the tail and then turn back round. Going to get the number 8 Lightning. I'm not so worried about the Jakes. Let's get on this group over here. Hard and fast. Hard and fast. And let's try and get on some early shots, I think, over here at the moment. Don't really want this guy to attack a Jake. Like I say, not too worried about them at the moment. Jake's not the biggest problem. Have downed a couple more aircraft in that time though. Do have some Mavises is what we're targeting here, so it does look like... Ooh, I was going to say all of the Nels are dealt with. There is 1 stray over here. It is getting fairly close actually, so let's just target all of our ships and tell them to attack that manually, I think, just in case. Just in case. I do have some planes on its tail there. Sure, get it there. That's excellent. And then the ships can deal with the Jakes. So we do only have these Mavises left. It is indeed Mavises. Brilliant. Okay, so it's just a case of targeting every single one of those and making sure someone at least is over there. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. Not a problem with the Jakes. They are armed with a single bomb each. It's not a bother. We have downed the Mavises now, though, which is brilliant news. That could have been very, very, very spicy engagement there. Very, very spicy indeed. This Lightning's not too sure how to get the altitude onto this Jake here, but that's okay. And these ones have not dropped. They're just flying over. Just flying over to have a look. So I think we're all good there. I think we're all good. Right, so we did come out of that absolutely fine. We did lose one Hellcat though, so that's really not ideal. It's what I mean. You can just about, I think, see the bomber icon, meaning that there's Emily's coming in. So that might be more Emily's, it might not be. That's what I thought these Emily's were in that previous engagement. Are we in range to pick up anything here? We've got the Cimarron here. But that's about it. Do I want to buy more cargo ships at the moment? That's the question. To help with Milne Bay. Might do actually. Might buy one or two more cargo ships to help out with that in just a minute. But there's no point having them idle by, so just wait around a little bit more. But once again, I think we're just waiting to be intercepted here on our retreat. Which of course is happening once again. Those Emily's we saw on the strategic map have come in great force here. It does look like we've got quite a lot of Jakes once again. We do have mostly Emily's. Okay, so that's obviously what we're going to be targeting to begin with. Look at how many there are. Look at all of them. Disgusting stuff. Disgusting stuff. Let's get 2 on 1 over here to begin with. But we really only have 10 aircraft ourselves, so that's probably not the best idea. I do want to make sure we get on as many as possible here. It's only going to be 2 Lightnings going for the rear Emily's here, and they will. We're already smoking. It's going to be a rather hefty exchange here, I think. Let's get, actually, before we start moving like that, let's get our shippy ships moving like that. Just so they're dodging already, at least making some sort of manoeuvres, not completely idle there. Once again, we do have the Jakes coming in, but they do only have single bombs, and they shouldn't be using them really from what we've seen previously. Let's get some early shots off out here. 1 down. Is that going to be 2? Can that be 2? Not quite early enough for my liking, but oh, that's okay. We did get 3 though, so that's not a worry there. We've shot down another one at the rear there. Excellent. Can we get on their backs once again? This is going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. That's 1 more down though. That's another. Can we get that whole lead? Can we get that whole lead flight? Please, Lightning. Slow your speed. Can't manually fire, unfortunately. That is rather annoying. Let's turn these Hellcats to the backs here, actually. Like so. We do have 2 Lightnings here. Let's get 1 on 1 like that. Is there a Hellcats coming in? Manual fire. Not quite gonna do the job there. Not quite gonna do the job. Let's just pause very quickly. Get everyone off of also fire flak. It's not gonna happen though. 2 seconds. There we go. Off auto fire flak and actually target this here Emily, thank you. Once again, Jake's just passing by. You can see it's still got its bomb there. Brilliant. It does look like we've dealt with that particular Emily at the lead, so that's great. And we are dealing with some Jakes once again as well. So can we get these next 2 Emilys? That's the question. That's your question for 10. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Please. There's going to drop. Might be a little too late there. Yep, they're dropping. Come on. No. Bogue is going to take a hit. Bogue is absolutely going to take a hit here. We may have dodged a little too late there. Ooh, that's vile. That's vile. That's an air deck out of commission. That's critical damage. Are we going to lose that? Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. We might lose the Bogue there. That's 4 very nice bomb hits. That would be embarrassing if we do lose that. What have we picked up here? Some Hayabuses is not very fun at all. We're going to have to make sure we down them. Definitely make sure we shoot down some of these. Not liking that attack on the Bogue at all. And that is because we couldn't bloody one pass those Emilys. Blaming the ruddy bloody bad piloting there. Is that it? Where the hell are they going then? What are they targeting? Let's go for the Hayabuses, please. I get a feeling that Bogue is going to succumb to the fires and floods there, unfortunately. Does say critical. Look at all of them. That's all over the ship as well. Not very fun. Not very good. We are shooting down some more planes though, so that's something we can take away. Are we going to be able to get these fighters? So that should be the last thing to intercept us, really. Okay, so after that, I didn't want to bore you with just chasing around a few Hayabuses. It did take quite a while for the amount of planes we had. But Bogue in that time has not succumbed to its fires and flooding, but it is still on critical damage, so we are going to have to get the hell out of here, go straight over to the New Hebrides and run the hell away. Hopefully that should be the end of any planes, but we do see some sorts of torpedo bombers coming in here. May have to go in and find them ourselves. Perhaps I can send some Hellcats over that way and intercept them on their way here. We shall just have to cross our fingers and hope, to be honest. That's all it comes down to now. So we'll see about that. Well, okay, this is interesting. Looks like we have some sort of destroyer patrol on our way back to the New Hebrides. I wonder if we can launch anything. Yeah, let's try and launch Avengers with. I think 2 1,000-pound sat bombs should probably do it, eh? This is just to make sure we don't need to get into a surface engagement with them. Let's go over. They are getting a tag closer. Don't really want to bring in our fighters for this. But it looks like we're not going to have much choice. Okay, interesting. Let's go over here. Turn all of our radars on with that. They can stay on fire at will. We're going to go with the Avengers first, of course. It is only 3 destroyers by the looks of it. What do we have? Some minor type destroyers. Okay, interesting. Let's have a quicker or better look at that rather. Looks like a Shiratsu because it only has 2 guns. Interesting. And this is also a Shiratsu. Interesting. What? Let's go for a Shiratsu then, shall we? Let's get all of our Avengers on one target, I think, because we do only have a couple bombs per target or per Avenger, and they are of course just slow, fast, and small targets today. These destroyers. So let's go for that, like so. No need to think too hard. We can just level bomb with these. Yeah, we do only have a few Avengers anyway. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to tell them to attack like individually there, so they can move in a little bit better to attack with that. What's the distance with our ships? 24 kilometers. We are firing out, but I don't particularly want to take this. Oh, I can take the fights. It'll just take a little too long, I think. But might as well sink them. So what we're going to do is pause very quickly, go back to these ships, take off fire at will, and I'm going to get everyone to turn around just a tad over here, and we're going to target and identify some ships properly, shall we? Let's get them off the fire at will there. Go for this particular ship with the Portland there. That can fire HE full spot to begin with. They can do the same with its secondaries. I'm going to try and identify this. Not the best at identifying destroyer escorts myself as a Japanese, but it does look like a Shimakaze to me. Doesn't have the guns of the Mommy. Yeah, I think that's Shimakaze there. Brilliant. We get the Pensacola to help out on that, I think. Stop like that. Fire HE full spotting. Do the same with your secondaries, and the Atlanta and Brooklyn can fire out on this Shiratsu here. So let's go to DDs. Shiratsu's here. Excellent. Take off of here and target that properly. HE full spot, and the same with the Brooklyn. If you do take off here, cool. That'll do. That'll do. Let's see if these bombs hit, shall we? Been having good luck in my own private playthroughs using caped torpedo bombers as level bombers, where they get the 800 kilogram bomb armament. It's been very, very lucrative there, let's say. And with the 2 bomb drops here, it does increase our chances of hitting, goes without saying. How are we doing? Fair enough. Like I said, it is only a destroyer. Can't expect all of them. Oh, can't expect any of them apparently. Come on. Oh, look at how straddled that. If that were a cruiser, that would have hit. Is that a smoke generator, or is that taking splash damage? It does appear to have taken splash damage there. I think it's safe to send in the lightnings and such to go for that, to strafe it down. Let's go over here, decrease our altitude but increase our speed for now. Do the same with the Hellcats actually. Get them targeting just so we know for sure. Reduce altitude, increase speed. Just a couple squadrons there will do the job. Are we getting any shots landing around here though? That's the question. Well, unfortunately we didn't sink them there. They did actually decide to retreat burning and under smoke cover themselves. So we're going to return all of our fighters here and just go back to base and once again carry on our retreat to the New Hebrides here. Hopefully that should be it for ships and planes intercepting us there. So we're hopefully going to focus on building up Milne Bay for now, I think. Just getting home with this group because we are now battered after going into this particular area. So let's carry on with that finally, shall we? Okay, so first thing in the morning, and we have started sending out more troops, supplies and engineering and such to Milne Bay. However, on the way there, our lightnings actually, who are patrolling, have spotted the usual cargo ship going straight over to Buna. So we're going to sink that only with one group of lightnings, I think, to begin with. Just so that we can conserve our bomb payload and see if there's anything bigger out there, or just more ships in general really. So we do have an Aratama Maru over here, going to increase our speed. Don't believe that has any particular air defense on it, so let's just double check. Aratama, no, absolutely no small arms on it, no guns either. This should absolutely be a free kill here. So we're going to turn around. Just form up properly once again. I'm just fat fingering there. Doing it again. There we go. Let's take control of that. Reduce our altitude there. Come back round. Making a right meal of this. You fat finger once or twice in these games. It really screws you over. But not to worry. We are lucky in the fact, like I said, it does not have any guns on it, so we should be okay here. Just telling everyone to go in individually to bomb. Should get a nice line on its stern there. Gonna drop from 3 at the moment. Not looking the closest though, but that look at all of those bomb hits. Another plane coming in there, completely missing. Drunk pilot there, he should not have been able to pilot his plane today. Gonna tell him to come back round and just strafe that down. He's on critical and critical. Even though it doesn't look like it fires wise, but that's okay. Just gonna make sure it goes down. It might even go down in the time it takes to circle round. How's it going? Yeah, go on, go on. Guess a cheeky explosion on the bow would be great, but it has gone down. That was a little lackluster, wasn't it? A little lackluster. Wanted to see a kaboom. Wanted to see a kaboom. I did accidentally tell these guys to return to base rather than tactical, so we're just going to send them out on their patrol once again, like that. That should be good. So, like I said, we do have some supplies going over to Milne Bay. We do have some troops on our destroyers. We've got some troops here on a C3. Supplies for them. Supplies on another destroyer. Fuel and a couple with engineering there. So that should be able to go up very, very soon. Not necessarily on this run, but we are getting supplies and such there. So let's carry on. Still not quite at the New Hebrides there. And we are going to see if this is about here. Nothing. I think it does try and assume that you're going to stay in your course at the same speed when it sends these planes in, but do I have the patience to wait around for them? Possibly not. I do want to use our armament here, so we're just going to come out of there, and they are going straight back to base, unfortunately. That's okay, we can just carry on and get back to the New Hebrides there. Ooh, possibly wishing I'd saved those rockets now. Should we scout this out? It's a nice little bit of early warning here with these lightnings. I'm very glad I sent in this direction because we weren't picking up much other than cargo ships in this particular area. But yeah, let's scout this out, see what we've got. I hope this is misinformation here. This is a carrier. Doesn't look like it though, does it? What have we got? Ooh, we have a Nagato battleship with some cargo merchant shipping, as well as a Nissin Ochitose. Shall we double check exactly what that is? Not the biggest threat, either of them. It's looking more like a Nissin here. What does that have on it? 9 roofs and Jakes and Pete's. So it's not the worst. Roofs will certainly take out any unguarded bombers. We do have another Kisakami over here. Very, very nice indeed. So we've got a few hospital ships. We've got a Wenshaw Maru. Interest. Is that a Tonne? It is a Tonne. Oh, nasty, nasty there. So of course the priority here is the Nishin and the hospital ship over here before they get to Milne Bay. Okay, so let's... We do still have some endurance over here. We probably could have strafed that down, really. That's okay. How are our bow fighters doing? They're just returning to base, so let's do that. Let's bring out some Mitchells to begin with, I think. Yeah, let's bring Mitchells with... do we want 2 1.6 pounders? Is that even going to make us over there? Definitely not, is it? So let's go for the lighter. I say the lighter. It's got more endurance. The 2,000 pound payload of 1,000 kilometers distance, rather. And it goes straight over here if we can do that. And we'll pick up some bow fighters in a second. Probably send some Bowfoots as well when Port Moresby's ready. That's okay. We can keep an eye on that. Just go into markets very quickly with the P key on the keyboard. Yeah, that would do. It's not launching any roofs just yet. Port Moresby ready to launch aircraft. Let's go for Bowfoots with torpedoes, I think. These are British torpedoes. They should be a little more reliable than the Americans. That's absolutely fine. It counts at Port Moresby. It's all the planes going around. Let's just keep these back over here. I would love to rearm these, to be honest. I would love to rearm the Lightnings, but I need them to keep sight at the moment. Perhaps we could send out some Catalinas as well with 2 1.6 AP bombs, like that. I've lost sight. Okay, that's cool. let's carry on. Okay, so just as I was saying that, it does look like they've launched some roofs at us. No, it's howitzers, not a worry. We are certainly going to take this fight because we don't want any air interference when we take on the attack force, of course. So that's okay, we can certainly deal with these howitzers. Maybe go in for a strafe on one or two of the supply ships there. Because I don't really want to, say, waste bombs on them, but don't want to spend bombs on such a low value target like that. What do we have here? Some more howitzers here. That's rather nasty. Just going to take off everyone's fire at will so we don't turn our orders around without asking so easily. It looks like that may have happened though. Nope, that's absolutely fine. Let's go over for this one here as well. Should be getting on top of this howitzer here. He's dodging though. He's dodging. It's okay. Very happy we left the lightnings in range over here because they're certainly the best planes we have in the area to deal with these howitzers, and we certainly want to get rid of these before our true attack aircraft come in, of course. That's they're making a meal of it. They're dodging too well, I think. Dodging a little too well. We have downed one aircraft. I'll take that. Downed another. They're coming in now. Brilliant. Does look like this might be it for it though. Hopefully there's not any roofs launched by the Nissan. Let's double check its armour actually while we're thinking about it. It has 0 armour whatsoever. So you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking. We've got lightnings in the area. We're winning the air engagement for now. I was going to say let's down this one. How many fighters do they have left? They do have 2 left. Okay, so it's this one. We can see just where my cursor is, hiding amongst our lightnings there. Hiding in plain sight he is. Is this one going to go on him? We are basically on his back. Should really go for that. So down to 4. Okay, yeah, the other one's just hiding over here by the looks of it. No worries. I think we'll be able to get that as long as he stops bloody dodging. Maybe we can get some early manual shots off just randomly there. We did lose a lightning, unfortunately. Like I say, making a meal of it now. Let's get some turning shots as we go around. Can we get that? Not quite. See, yes, that following lightning's got it. So it is just this one left now. So just going to come down to how our lightnings manage it. Get some early shots on it, maybe. Don't really want to send the lightnings into strafe if this is going to be on their tail, that's the thing, because it will pick him off given the chance. Looks like he wants to retreat though, doesn't he? Is he going to get it? No. Great stuff. So everyone, just for the sake of order, form up in one massive formation please, and we're going to bring you down to their rear. It's the number 1 as the Nissan, isn't it? So let's target that so we keep some visual on that. That's okay. We're forming up on the number 9, not a worry. Let's get everyone to decrease their altitude by a lot, and we'll skip over to when we're in range of that, I think. Okay, so we have the biggest formation of lightnings here. We are certainly going to tell them to attack individually, and of course they do that when they're told to actually strafe. Ooh, we do have some roofs. Okay. This is quite the question here. It's quite the question indeed. Do have all of their roofs launched, don't they? Yeah. You can certainly take them on, but I'm sort of in the middle of strafing this ship, to be honest. I'm in the middle of something, roofs. Can you come back later? It's not necessarily guaranteed that we're going to get the Nissan down if we strafe it. That's the thing. It's probably safer in the long run to go for the roofs. Let's see how they maneuver. Oh, they are not particularly high at the moment, are they? Let's tell you what, increase our speed, and I do want to go for that Nissan. Yeah, they're going to have a little bit of a poor time on the approach to us once they get on our backs. If we down this though, we won't have to worry about these roofs again. That's the thinking here. This may be a poor choice in the end. It really depends what we do to this. But it has 0 armor, so we should be okay. Like taking on a cargo ship, really. But it's hoping for a little more than that. What do we do? Bugger all? Heavy damage, technically, that's okay. Let's get everyone form up on number 1 for the sake of order, so we can just get out, increase altitude by quite a bit, go straight over to their side and just run out, I think. And then we can probably take the fight to the roofs, because we do have the speed advantage with the lightnings, of course. Let's just go straight out over here. Get out of their AA range, I think, like that. We can't quite fast forward just yet, that's okay. We'll let the fires burn, of course, onto the Nishim. Might even be able to go for a cheeky second strike here with how the roofs are, but it's probably not the best of ideas. Let's turn round, decrease our altitude. How's that Nishin looking? Still just heavy. If we mess around with our altitude enough, the roofs are going to have a bit of trouble getting onto us. Dive once again. And get everyone onto that Nishin, I think. We are going to go very fast through this, that's not a problem. Look at all of that firepower on it though, look at that. Form up once again, increase altitude, get out of there. Yeah, we are going to lose lightnings here and there, that's not too much of a worry here. Can we take a repulse on that heavy and minor once again? Where are those roofs? They are just behind us if you look at the map there. So now what I think I'm going to do is tell the lightnings to attack those roofs. So we're going to pause very quickly and get some orders off there. Let's go for that. One-on-one I think can do us at the moment, just so we have some targeting done. Don't think we can spot all of them just yet. They don't have the biggest flight of roofs though, so that's not so much of a bother. Can get 2-on-1 to begin with, just anyone we can target. Go in like that. Yeah, that'll do, that'll do. Almost like a little dance, that, wasn't it? Oh dear. But any long-term viewers will know that I have a bit of a saying. I like my enemy invasion forces. That was a very nice one pass, wasn't it? We did lose a lightning in that. I like my enemy invasion forces the same way I like my Mars bars. Battered! We haven't quite done that to the Nishin just yet, but getting rid of any of these roofs is always a help. We have lost another lightning here, and that's because we can't get the turn right now, which is a big piss. We've got a couple roofs on our flanks just here. Let's bring these lightnings round to attack slightly differently. They might decide to turn around and get out of the way here. If this one turns around, comes in like that, you can actually get onto the flank here, I think. Looking at it like that. Of course, it's not quite as the map suggests, of course. Get an early shot off. No, not less we manual. That's a shame. That's a shame. Can we manual here? Of course, you can manual now. We're not targeting anything. Oh, liking the constant fires on here, though. On the map, it's looking like it's going to bump into the Kamigawa there. Getting into their AA range again though, and I didn't really want that, so I'm thinking perhaps we form up once again, pull out, get out of their AA range there, increase altitude like that. Did lose another lightning in those orders. Bring them out just like that. How many roofs do they have left? Just a handful there. Okay, I think we can go back in now for an attack, and that's absolutely fine. Got one roof, brilliant. This seems to be the way to do it. Just get some order, pull out, pull back in again. But we have lost two lightnings. Having said that, these roofs have no right to do this to our lightnings. They really don't. What are we targeting over here? Let's change these up just a tad, I think. Why do the roofs have such maneuverability? They've got massive floats attached to them. Shouldn't be allowed. Come on, let's get that one. No, not happening. This one should come in and guess. Let's get some early shots off. Get it in the turn, maybe. Yes, there we go. Okay, so it's just 2 left now. We are roughly on the flank of that. Can we just get some range shots off there? Nearly. It's not even smoky. I don't think we hit that at all, really. Nope. Should be a little more proactive on how we manage these dogfights here. Maybe even change our speeds up and down once again. The unheard of, unthinkable there. How's that initiation looking? Critical damage. It's not going to go down right now, unfortunately, because it doesn't really have the flooding for it. But it is constantly on fire. We shouldn't have to worry about the roofs after this because they are all down. And because we only have the 4 lightnings left, I'm going to once again tell them to form up and go for one last strafe onto that niche in there. Because I'm greedy and can't consider the bigger picture. So let's go in like that. Try and get on the bow there this time and just go in, reduce our speed once again and tell everyone to attack like that. I think should be just fine there. Yeah, we're going to lose a roof, I think, on this. Yeah, it does have the AA there. Come on. Come on. Start your run, please. There we go. I'd like you to get on target just a bit better there. Got a few shots on there. Of course, bow fighters would be ideal for strafing here. Ideal for strafing, but we're on critical to moderate. We're going to let that hang for just a minute. We're going to form up once again, increase speed and altitude, guess out because we will be in range of everyone else's AA now, and just wait around to see how that goes. Well, unfortunately that didn't sink in the end. We did stick around for quite a hefty amount of time. We've got 86 kilometers worth left of fuel on the Lightning, so we're just going to circle around and see if we can get into that, keep contact with that while we bring in the bow fighters here. So let's just get in there. I don't imagine it will pop up before the bow fighters get in. We have left its territory a fair bit, but we're going to try and tap in and out of tactical now that we're getting close to where we last spotted, and very luckily we do get in there. You can see them just on the horizon there. So we have a question here. Do we take on the critically damaged Nishin, or do we go for a cargo ship here? Let's take a report. It is still critical as expected there. We do only have light bombs though, so we can't go for anything too big here. In fact, that's looking like, yeah, okay. Looking like we don't have anything on there for some reason. That's very strange. Very strange indeed. I'll definitely launch them with something. Let's go for the Asuma Maru, I think. Where is it? Where the bloody hell is it? Is it right at the front of their formation? If it's right at the front, I probably don't want to go for that. Let's go for the Kamigawa Maru over here. So let's reduce our altitude once again. And the bow fighters. And come in. Just go in quickly at the moment. And there we go, we can reduce our speed now. It's be rather embarrassing if they don't have anything. I thought we brought them straight off of Milne Bay with bombs. So we'll see, really. Let's tell them to attack now then. They do have the bomb indicator, so they should have something. Just not too visual there. No, they're strafing. Interesting. We have lost one already. Doing some big damage there. Lost a couple bow fighters there actually. That's rather unfortunate. We lost another one on the retreat there. Yeah, that is rather unfortunate there. Let's see what sort of damage we did to that. Heavy to moderate. That will certainly reduce the amount of cargo it's holding with that amount of damage. Let's try and get to safety a little more here, shall we? Do again have the lightnings in range, so might go for another strafe on that. It's very tempting. We'll see how their formation holds up, I think. Yeah, I think we've made a decision to actually go in with the lightnings here while it's on fire, while it's still on this heavy damage. So we are going to go in for a quick strafe here. And let's tell them all to attack them from here, I think. I really want one of these ships down just to deter their invasion a little bit, to make it a little easier to defend here. Getting a supply ship down is excellent, and of course, like we said, don't have to worry about the roof, so we can spend as much time here, AA permitting, of course, as we want. Come on, there we go, that will do it, that will do it. It's a little unfortunate actually that we do get all of these explosions on the supply ships which have no armour, but on the Nishin there, which also has 0 armour, didn't really get that much damage on it, did we? How's that looking? Where are we? Critical to heavy. Give that a bit of time then, I think we'll be okay. Either way, it will reduce the amount of cargo it can carry there. And there we go, that did sink in the end after that strafe. So let's go back to the map now, bring those bow fighters back and make sure they do have bombs. It says they do, and I don't remember using that. Something be afoot here, something be afoot. The Lord sure do work in mysterious ways. But don't forget, we do have the Catalinas, Mitchells and Beauforts coming in as well. So let's try with the Catalinas next, shall we? So long as we keep sight on that now. Well, I think the predictables happened and we have lost sight of that force. It did look as if it was retreating when we last struck it, deterred by the fact that we did hurt the Nishin quite a bit. And we did, of course, sink that cargo ship there, which will hinder it a hell of a lot in its invasion. So hopefully that really has retreated. I'll show you the strategic map. So our Catalinas made it all the way up here. Our Beauforts, we decided to bring them out around here. They've run out of fuel now. Everything did converge around in this area. We did go in and out of the tactical view as and when we felt needed. The Mitchells came back around here to scout to make sure nothing was coming this way. And there's just nothing sighted. There's really nothing sighted. Let's make sure, we only have 1 Beaufort available. Let's bring out these Kitty Hawks to do a short range scout just so we can clear our heads there. Make sure nothing is about too close, shall we? The Catalinas can just return as well, I think. Yeah, I think that's it really. Got a destroyer coming in here. But yeah, if that's the case then, everyone, that is unfortunately all I have time for today. It pains me to say so. I really wanted to sink something heavy in there, so I really wanted to at least get the Nishin down after the battering we gave it, which is rather unfortunate there. But Milne Bay, you know, we have the peace of mind that Milne Bay is now safe and sound, ready for our merchant shipping to come straight up to it. Which, how long is that going to take now? That's going to take about 20 hours to do so. It's been quite the battering we've taken on this task force as well, with the Bogue just not looking good at all there. That's going to spend much more than 4 days back into the dockyard at the New Hebrides, unfortunately. But thank you very much for watching. Been a great pleasure to present to you today as ever. I hope you've enjoyed the video. So I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.